Hey guys, so today we're going to finally be completing this amazing arid bioactive leopard gecko vivarium that I have constructed here with proper lighting. First, we had to cut the piece of wood to fit into my room. For this build, we used two 8-foot 2x4 boards, and we had to cut them at a slanted way because there's kind of like a slanty thing above my leopard gecko's enclosure, or where my leopard gecko's enclosure is now. So after cutting them properly or cutting them to the right size to fit behind it, we went ahead and screwed them together. Then we brought them inside to see how they would, or if they would properly fit behind it. And this is during we were doing a lot of work on my room. And then I brought them back out to sand them, and once I was done sanding them, then I brought them inside to paint them. I was also working on another project simultaneously while working on this, and you can see that here. I painted it first and then this, just to get them both out of the way at the same time, since I knew I had to paint them both with this paint, and they're both made out of the same material and everything. And you'll be seeing that build in a different video, along with many other very new things that are coming. And then I went ahead and installed it, but the way that I installed it, I wasn't clearly thinking, and I ended up blocking the plug-in, the electrical outlet, so I had to end up removing them later on, or removing them and moving them later on. Also, in the last clip, when I removed the towel, I added on things that you put on furniture, so then you can slide them around, so then I wouldn't screw up the flooring in here, which is very important. So here you can see I'm taking them out and removing them, or redoing them. This took much longer than it needed to, but basically I just had to move both of them in a couple inches, and that was pretty much it. Just unscrew it and screw them right back in. And then I bought a 34-inch LED shop light. It was like $13. I thought that was pretty good. I got it. It doesn't exactly match the other lights in my room, but I think it'll end up turning out just fine. So it seems to be a little bit of a warmer light than my other lights. It kind of has more of a yellow type of look to it, but I think that kind of goes just with this, the more arid setup. It kind of makes more sense. But this video has been pretty short, so I'm going to do a quick update on this enclosure real quick. So I think the last thing you saw was that I added in more succulents. So also in that video, I think I kind of explained the fact that some of the soil in here was from the iguana's cage, and in the iguana's cage I had thrown in some pumpkin seeds, so that's why there is pumpkin plants growing, but they really won't grow very far. I don't know what it is, but I just can't seem to grow vegetables in my room. So not that I was trying to grow them, but I mean, if they would have grown, I would have let them. So it's kind of growing, just very not correctly, and outside those leaves would be huge. So I don't really understand. Currently I have some moss growing in its water bowl, but I need to take that out and clean its water bowl out. I just trying to keep that moss alive, because I was able to get it to grow on top of these two rocks, so I want to keep that going somehow, maybe use it in terrarium in the future. But one real big update, and this is pretty much the main update that's happened, is not the gecko. The gecko's been doing really well, but actually these two cactuses. So there's a little thing going on there with that one. I'm not exactly sure what that means or what that is, but it's something. So hopefully it is more cactus pads, because that's what we want. we want this to grow and get really, really cool. And then it's the same thing with that one right there. So I think that that's really, really cool. It first came up with this one, and then just like a couple days later, there's that one. So I think that's really awesome. And like I said, the gecko's been doing well. The only other real update that I have for you is that I took a lot of the rocks out of back here, and I think that'll get the gecko to kind of lay more around there, which is more directly under the heat now. But other than that, she's been eating. Her eating's kind of weird, but she hasn't lost weight and she's been growing, so I'm not really worried about that. She's just kind of she's not perfectly on a pattern, I'd say. I'd say she's kind of random, or when she really wants to eat and when she doesn't, so that's kind of annoying for me, but it's been working out and all the plants seem to be doing well. I don't think none of them have really died. I wouldn't say any of them have done amazing, like grown a whole lot, but I mean, those are growing a lot, but I haven't really grown them anywhere else before, so I don't really know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if you were wondering why I didn't put these on the other side, which would have been much better, or even on the bottom, I didn't put them on the bottom because of how I hooked them on, and I didn't put them on the other side because I wouldn't be able to fit the drill this way, and I wasn't about to move this thing to move it all out just for that. So I think it kind of looks a little bit wonky, but I'm not really too worried about it, and it's been working really well. I can take this lid right off whenever I want to, and that's really nice. I don't feel like it right now, but that's really nice. And she doesn't, I don't even know, she really doesn't crawl around a whole lot. I don't know. Like the very first video I did on this, she crawled all around, but she doesn't really do that anymore. She'll come up, sit there or there, and she'll come up around here, but she doesn't really do a whole lot of exploring in this enclosure, which is kind of sad, but I think she enjoys her hide back there. And then real quick, here's Darwin. Darwin is a she, and she is really dark right now. It's pretty crazy. She also, this is a adult female crested gecko. So, have a fantastic day.